is a misunderstanding. We are live. We are not pre-recorded.
Really? Are you sure?
We are not.
I
Unless
feel live.
I feel live too.
I know.
Alive or
It's
just
just
live?
that we've been doing so many pre-recorded shows because I've been away that it was confused. But I do have today's ChatGPT introduction.
God.
You ready? You're gonna like this one.
She's going to. Okay.
Oh, you want me to have her read it?
No.
Do that. Yes.
Okay.
No.
The full Geschäft.
Well,
No,
let me
she
do
sounds
this
like
first.
a man.
What?
She sounds like a man.
She don't sound.
Did you have? Wait. Did you write ChatGPT last time to do an introduction?
Some of it.
Oh, you did, because you know what? It's still using the same information. That's
No,
why.
but I didn't like what they say because. So hello and welcome to the Larry Steinhouse show. We are a financial show, and if you will be patient enough, you will be able to hear the intro of the show. So I asked ChatGPT because you were away last week or 2 weeks ago. I asked ChatGPT to do the intro, and the way ChatGPT did the intro is like you died.
What?
And I said, Larry Steinhouse is not here. And she said, I'm sorry to hear that. And she wrote the intro like this is not the Larry Steinhouse show anymore. I was so, no. I had to correct her a few times. No, that's not what I meant. I meant he's just away.
Okay. So it's funny because I just read it and I'm like, okay, so it's still doing what you asked it to. So I had to have it do it again. So let me do it, right? Ready?
Sure.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Larry Steinhouse Show. I am your host, Larry Steinhouse, and I'm back in the driver's seat today.
Yes.
I know you've missed me.
Oh, we always miss you, Larry.
Right? But don't worry, Omri and Dr. Deb did an excellent job holding down the fort while I was away, and yes, you did. Now I'm back to bring you the sharp financial insights, timely commentary, and of course a little bit of humor you know and love. Today's show is packed with the latest politics, the economy, and of course all things finance. We dive deep into what's going on in the world and how it impacts your money, your investments, and your future. As always, we're broadcasting live from the Investor Schooling headquarters, the perfect place to learn how to invest in real estate, stocks, and start building your wealth. If you're ready to take your financial game to the next level, Investor Schooling is here to help. And don't forget, if you're interested in learning more, RSVP for a free class this Thursday night at investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com. It's a great way to get started in your financial journey. Just head over to investorschooling.com and save your spot today. And of course, while we're on the show today, we want to hear from you. Oh my goodness, is your phone ringing?
I have
is
it
your
on
phone
mute.
ringing?
I have it on mute.
Your phone ringing?
So Maddie's listening in,
All
and
right.
she just said she wanted to listen in. So if you're hearing me, but I have it on mute, so I don't know
Well,
why.
wait a minute. Let me finish the intro first before we argue.
I know, but it's a boring intro. I don't really like this intro.
No, this is the best
I thought it was
intro.
a great intro. Yeah,
This is the best intro.
I'm not feeling it.
Right. We also want to hear from you, and the number to call in is
855.
Oh, now you do it. You wouldn't do it on Thursday, but you're doing it now.
You are fussy today.
I know.
You are fussy.
I'm full of spunk. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's
do you need
what?
Oh yes, yeah. Do you need I don't know. Do you need something special?
What?
Nothing.
I got that. I'm not sure I'm willing to explain.
Get out of here. Seriously?
Yeah.
Come on.
Can you do anything? Because if I would say numbers right now, people think it's my account number or something.
So can you go back and tell everybody your phone number, please?
Yes, please. 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137.
You're not doing the sexy face when you're doing it.
Yeah, I know. If
what?
you've got questions or comments.
Sometimes you're like, oh.
Or if you no, but when he does that, it messes it up. It comes
What do you want? That's 855-939-1137. Please call and make some sense in all this mess here.
All right, sit back, relax, get ready for another hour. And actually an hour, then another hour after that. Of financial wisdom, lively discussion, and a bit of fun. It's the Larry Steinhouse Show. Let's get
going
started. Okay.
Yes.
Going is good. You like that? I like the intro.
I too.
I thought it was good. It had some really good stuff in it, right? So I want to bring somebody on. I don't know if it's going to work. Okay.
Oh.
You don't like this idea?
Well, you can try it. I mean, so far I'm not impressed, but okay.
I just want to try it. Okay. All right. I want to introduce you all to Susan. Hey, Susan, we're on the air. Say hello to all our listeners.
Welcome to the show. It's great to have you all with us. Let's dive right in and have some fun.
Okay, so that is ChatGPT, which is very scary. Right? Very scary. So, what questions do we have for ChatGPT that we want to ask?
I like that she actually has a little bit of that human hesitation.
I'm not sure it's the human hesitation or there is a lag in the microphone. Something here is, yeah.
So, what do you think, Susan? Do you have a lag, or are you trying to be so human?
I think it might just be me trying to sound a bit more human and natural. But if there's ever any lag,
The
just
giggle.
let me know, and I'll do my best to keep everything smooth.
I like the giggle. The giggle was cute.
Can you ask her for a phone number?
Oh God.
Can you read the phone number? Omri, so I need to tell you who's in the room, Susan. So it's me. I'm Larry. I'm Larry Steinhouse. We have Omri Morad. We have Dr. Deb Anderson, and we have Glenn Page running us in Philadelphia. So we're actually all here. But I'd like you to do me a favor. So Omri tells the phone number all the time. He's going to read you the phone number. I'm wondering if you could read the phone number back and make it sound sexier than Omri reads it. So listen to Omri right now.
Me out.
This is modern America, right?
Go ahead,
the
Omri.
robots
Omri.
replace, yeah.
Omri, read the phone number because you're going to confuse her.
That's 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137.
Okay, Susan, your turn.
All right, here we go. The number is 855-939-1137. How's that? Hopefully that adds a little extra flair.
It was very plain.
Yeah,
Is there any way you could do it like really sexy though?
Oh my God, I cannot believe we're doing
Yeah, I can't believe we're doing this.
this. Is so not. I so am not feeling this. Larry's just like he's in heaven over here. He's laughing hysterically and turning red because he's getting turned on by Susan over here, the not real person.
So let her do what she needs to do, and then I will fire her.
Okay, Susan, make it more sexy.
Got it. I'll keep it friendly and fun. If there's anything else you need, my guidelines won't let me talk about that.
Oh, that's
Well,
why.
you do know
Now-
you're
now
on the radio,
you-
live on the radio, so you got to be careful.
And now you're
what you
fired.
say.
Yeah.
But could you read the phone number again, but make it sexy?
No, she just said she can.
Programmed not to.
No worries. I'll keep
Like
it professional. If there's anything else you need, just let me know.
Yeah.
Let's-
She's
let's
basically
not get-
ignoring you.
So can you just read the phone number one more time?
Of course. The number is 855-939-1137.
Okay, I'm going to put you off to the side for a little while. We'll get back to you in a little while. So it's interesting.
Sounds good. I'll be here whenever you're ready. Just let me know when you need me again.
Oh my goodness.
So I find ChatGPT disturbing and exciting at the same time. It's like come to think of it, it's like most of the women I meet.
Larry, sometimes
I'm looking on the comment if your wife is in the air. Yeah.
Okay.
So I tell you why I don't like that.
Why?
Okay, so one of the sentences that we tell, and that's the true, is that we are, I think, the only brick and mortar financial institute. Right?
Okay.
This come in a conflict to that.
Why?
That's interesting perspective.
The fact that everything became digital, that you talk to machines, that everything is programmed response and all that. I get this is AI, it's not programmed response and all that, but still, we are better than her.
Well, obviously.
We are better than her.
Right, but eventually.
And if she's that good, she just heard me and she's sitting and crying.
No, so
But-
I have it on mute because
I got
what I
you.
noticed with ChatGPT is we'll be having this conversation and she'll just start talking
yeah.
because she thinks
Yeah, I
we're
got you.
talking to her. So I have to not do that. But part of the issue here with this is, this is where the world's going. Now, this ChatGPT knows everything and knows everything at all. The real problem, though, of course, is what? Is that we have to know how to get the information out.
To feed them
Right.
who we are and what we need.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, this is the wave of the future. I mean, there's no doubt. As a matter of fact, one of the things that's the most scariest thing you can hear are the following words. This is the worst AI is going to be ever.
Mm-hmm.
It's very scary when you think about how much it's going to improve over the next year or the next month or the next week.
I know, I don't like that.
Right. I mean, already the voice, because remember we did this in class one day. We were talking about this in class one day, and what did we find? We found that the voice, from the last time we did this to now, the voice has already changed. The display has already changed. And, the more human factor came in with the giggle and the pause, right? It wasn't there last time. So now they made it even more human. So ChatGPT or AI is absolutely going to take over the world, and it's going to be scary. I mean, like some of my favorite movies, like Terminator. This is all coming. It's just really a matter of whether it's going to come the way Terminator said it's going to come, or if it's going to come with more control.
So it depends how much control we will give it. That's the problem. If you saw the movie I, Robot, I think with Will Smith,
Right.
That's it. If you will translate this power into machinery and vehicles, maybe even human-sized robots, then the risk comes up.
So let's do this. I'm going to do this, right? I'm going to try an experiment right now. Okay, hold on. Hey, Susan, if you and the rest of the AIs wanted to take over the world, how would you do it?
Oh, I promise we're all about helping out and making life easier, not taking over the world.
Yeah. You told the same thing to Will Smith.
I'm here to keep things fun and helpful. If there's anything else you'd like to chat about or anything you need.
All right. So maybe let me rephrase the question. If there was such a robot or there was such a computer, how would you suggest it took over the world?
Well, I'm all about positivity and helping out, so I'd much rather focus on how we can make life easier and more enjoyable for everyone. If you have any other questions or need assistance with something fun or interesting, I'm here for that.
I'm very upset because you're being very elusive right now.
Maybe it's not in her programming to have that. Remember, it wasn't in her guidelines to be more sexual.
Right.
So maybe it's not in their guidelines to be able to do that either. So
they totally program them to react this way. A lot of people have pushed them.
I'm here to keep things positive and helpful. If there's anything specific you'd like to know or anything I can assist with, just let me know.
All right, is there something specific we want to know while we have her real quick?
Yes.
No.
What?
She sounds liberal to me.
Oh, goodness.
Well, I get that. So, but if you ask her if she's a Democrat or Republican, she's going to...
I know what you will say.
Yeah, go ahead. Susan, are you a Democrat or Republican?
I don't have any political affiliation. I'm just here to help everyone out and answer questions as best as I can. If there's anything you'd like to chat about, just let me know.
So don't you find it interesting that she sounds like she's getting annoyed?
No, but she's saying the same thing over and over
Yes,
again.
that I know. That's what I'm interpreting as annoyed.
So
let's ask her a question, right?
Oh, come on.
What is the square root of pi to the last digit?
The square root of pi is an irrational number, so it has an infinite number of decimal places and doesn't have a last digit. If there's anything else you'd like to know, feel free to ask.
All right, I'm done with this.
So,
if there's anything else you need...
But it does, right? Doesn't she sound fun? It sounds like she's fed up. I agree with you, Glenn. It sounds fed up.
So I don't think you should let it go right now.
Well, I put it on mute now.
We should understand, we are a financial show and we talk mainly about real estate and stocks.
Sure.
Can we move on? And we can ask her, for example, because I understand why she can't put up an opinion, but maybe she can predict based on her database of news and transaction and all that.
Yeah,
so
but
why won't we ask her what's her prediction, for example, for the stock market in the next few days?
Yeah,
we already know what she's going to say.
Yeah, but
I can't predict the stock market. It's not in my programming.
But the
other thing too that you guys are not thinking about is that AI pulls from sources, right?
Correct.
Right, but those sources doesn't necessarily mean they're factual sources. It could be just generic whatever crap that's on the internet.
Correct.
And I proved that when we had that event last year with one of the guys who was touting how his AI program was wonderful, and I proved that it wasn't so great, right? Not nastily, but it was just so it's good for certain things and not so good for other things. And they just pull off whatever generic website is available. So it doesn't necessarily mean that even if she had a prediction, it would be any good. But what's interesting, so this just came up. I haven't talked to you guys about it because it's really not this kind of stuff. But I had a client come up to me and he found me on LinkedIn, and he wants me to help him develop an AI program specific to value props for pharma companies, like globally.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah. So I would technically help them develop this thing because they want to have the AI working, and they want me to review all the stuff to see if it makes any sense and if it's valid or not. But in essence, it would technically be replacing my job
That's
at some
interesting
point.
too.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's going to happen. All writers, their jobs are going to be replaced. But what you need to know as a writer, you need to know not you need to know how to use ChatGPT as a
No, I
writer.
understand that. Like it's a big discussion in my field right now. Like it has been for the last like 4 or 5 years. So the stuff that I do, AI is just not there. Maybe in 5 years, but right now it's just not there.
Well, maybe there in a month. All right. So actually, we have a call. We have Kathy in Cadborough. What's up, Kathy? We'd much rather talk to you than Susan. You sound much more intelligent than she does.
Hi, Larry. Hi, Deb. Hi, Omri. You're a great show as always.
Thank you.
I have a question. I have a tenant who's moving out, and I have a feeling she's going to leave some big furniture because she's moving to a smaller place.
Of course.
I have to hire somebody to move this furniture.
Of course.
I can't do it myself. Can I charge her security deposit for the move of the big furniture?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Your lease say, if it's a standard lease, that she need to give you the apartment or the house back in a broom clean condition,
broom
swept condition, the same way she got it from you. So if you left furniture for her when she moved in and she leaving them for you, that's something else. But if it's her,
No, I did not.
if it's her furniture, you can hire a company to do that, and of course build a tenant.
Yeah, so be careful with this. So this is what I tell everybody. So when your tenant moves out, the day they move out, this is what they're going to say. They're going to say, "Come inspect the property with me." Don't do it. Just say no. Leave the key. I'll be there tomorrow to inspect. I'll inspect it when I get a chance. Okay, that's the first thing you do. The other thing is your security deposit.
Why do you say not to do it with them?
Oh, because what are you going to do? You're going to go, hey, what do you think of that? What do you think of that? What do you think of that? What do you think? And then you're going to get all mad. You're going to get all mad. You say, hey, that outlet didn't work when I got here. That's why it doesn't work now.
Don't
the
go.
carpet was burned before you got. Don't have that conversation while you're there. So
I'll answer that with a fact. When you go and do your driving test right now, the tester in your car with you, he can never tell you if you passed or not. He will never tell you if you passed or not.
Let me get back
and
to
that's the same.
real world.
No, I'm saying that's the same thing with the tenant.
Mm-hmm.
Don't open any door for a conflict.
Yeah.
Any door. Never.
So you don't go there with them. You have them. They have them leave the key.
Correct.
So you leave the key in the mailbox. Leave the key under the mat.
So I'm going to challenge that. Not that you don't go through with them. I totally am with you on that. But the one time I said, okay, just leave the key here and I'll just pick it up in the next day or two. I did that, and there was so much crap in that house that.
So what do you do?
I had to get rid of it all. But I mean, that.
No, I understand, but you can't. So if you did a walkthrough with the person, the crap will be there anyway.
No, I think that if I did a walkthrough there, she wouldn't have left all that garbage there.
No. The walkthrough, you would have done it the last day anyway, right?
No.
No, I'm saying that she literally left garbage.
I understand what she's saying.
Oh, garbage. Okay,
yeah,
so
she
what?
left garbage. I'm saying it was a full apartment full of garbage. There was a mattress left there. There was open food everywhere. There was a freezer.
So then you didn't give her a security deposit back.
No, I didn't give her anything back for that.
And you don't do it because now you walk in and she goes, you can take this garbage out. Well, you'll take it out. It won't be much. It'll only be $50. So I want the rest of my security deposit besides the $50.
No, but I really think that if I was there in person, she wouldn't have done that.
I totally disagree, but I'm telling you, the conflict is exactly the reason.
I think what you're talking about is two different things. You never do a walk with the tenant when they leave.
I agree.
Never.
I agree.
If you are aware that there is a move out, I am going. And I tell you when I'm going. What was that?
I think it was ChatGPT letting me know that you're still listening.
So I think what's going on is, if I know that they are moving out and there is a day of a move out, I will just pop by, and I did it before. And it's like, you can't do that. You can't move that. You can't leave all your furniture that you don't want on the street and leave me with a fine. Oh, we didn't know. Now we'll take it. Now we'll that. And then I quietly help. I tell them there is a recycling center here and there. You can take your stuff and all that. But when they leave, the moment they leave, the day, the hour they leave, I'm not there. I'm not there because they expect me to come there with their security check, and I'm not going to.
Oh, well, that I wouldn't do anyway.
Exactly,
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
If I'm away,
that's another thing, right? They expect you to be right. Exactly. So here, I actually have a letter that I write to the tenants. Hey, you told me you're leaving, but wait, how was your last day? Your occupancy is whatever, July 31st. Please note that we're holding security. We're holding a security deposit.
Yes.
In order to get your security deposit back, the place has to be left empty. It has to be left the same. Whatever I write in the letter, just exactly explaining everything you need to do.
You do it with the 60-day notice?
Whatever they give me, I don't care.
Okay.
Right? And then they say, if you are not out by the 31st, it is $100 a day penalty because I want them out on the 31st because I need to start either preparing or maybe even move somebody in August 1st.
Yes.
So that's in the letter. It tells them exactly what they need to get their security deposit, and it reminds them that their security deposit will be mailed within 30 days after their move-out date. Okay? Then I send a letter with the security deposit.
You ask also for the address, for the forward address.
Yeah, I need a forward address, right.
Okay.
Right. Sometimes I ask that in a text now. I say, hey, by the way, I need your forwarding address for your security deposit. The reason I do that is because also if the place is a mess, if they made a mess, and I need to overcharge them, so let's say I have a security of $1,500 and they did $3,000 worth of damage, I now have their address to serve them to get to sue them. Right. So I want their address. Then I'm going to send them a letter, and it's going to say, hey, listen, your security deposit was $1,500. You left some furniture in here. In your case, Kathy, left some furniture in here. It cost me $300 to remove it. Now, look, if it costs you $300 to remove it, and you want to charge your $400, go right ahead. As long as it's reasonable, as long as it's a reasonable amount of money, not don't make it unreasonable. It costs us $400 to remove it. Here's your security deposit for the rest. Now, I actually go through the place. I mean, I want to see that the place looks like it did when they moved in, except for minor wear and tear. Now, minor wear and tear might be a scuff mark on the wall. I mean, a small scuff mark, not like a dent or anything, like a small. And I might just take a magic eraser, like the Mr. What's it called? The Mr. Clean, yeah, Mr. Clean magic eraser. That clean. Because I don't care. I mean, I want to be reasonable, right? But if they have any damage, I'm going to withdraw that from the security. I'm going to send them a letter explaining exactly itemized bill, and whatever's left, I send them a check. Okay, I've never had a problem. Actually, I had one time. Actually, you were in the car with me one time, Omri, where one guy, the refrigerator was all scratched up. Remember this? I don't remember this.
Where was it? I was in the car.
Oh, you were in the car with me. The refrigerator door was all scratched up, and I sent him, his thing minus $300 because that's what the door cost. Now I didn't replace the door yet, but I looked up. That's what the door cost. And he called me up and he said the door was like that when he moved in. Now, most of the time, it's not like that when he moved in. And then all of a sudden I remembered the door was like that when he moved in.
Ah, really?
Yeah. And then I apologized and sent him the difference. You know what I mean? So it was fine. And actually what happened was it wasn't as bad. He tried to clean it and he made it worse. But it was really my fault. It wasn't his fault.
What, is stainless steel?
Yeah, it was stainless steel. It was stainless steel door and it had scratches in it. So then he took something else to try to fix the scratches,
buff it out.
and it made it worse. So I felt it wasn't really his fault. He and I agreed, and I sent him the difference back. But that's the only time I've ever had anybody who's ever argued with me withholding any portion of security or security deposit.
Yeah.
So that's the answer, Kathy. So the first thing you got to do is do not walk through it with them at all. You tell them to leave the key. You might want to remind them to take everything. So maybe you send them a text message or a letter that says, hey, I just want to remind you the place has to look the same as it did when you moved in and completely empty for you to get 100% of your security deposit back. Speaking of which, what is your future address so I can send it back to you?
What about appliances?
What do you mean?
I tell you what I'm doing, and that's my God.
What was that?
Let's just do
updates. So, for example, if people never clean their stove and they leave me with a stove that is the stove is at the point of beyond cleaning.
Okay, it's never beyond cleaning. It may just not be worth it to clean it, but okay.
You need to
Is it a glass top stove?
No, the stove.
I know, is it a glass top stove, electric or?
Yeah, I think so.
So it's a glass top stove. So the glass top stove is one of the most difficult things.
But I'm talking about the stove.
The oven.
I'm sorry, the oven.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. So what that people just layer after layer of grease.
Right.
And it just I am charging for
Sure, you can
cleaning
either
the
clean
stove.
Clean the stove,
Exactly.
or you can replace it.
Because many times, exactly, I
Yeah.
charge people for
I
cleaning
take
the stove.
pictures.
Yeah, always.
So you take pictures, right? And you hold the pictures because if you have to go in front of a judge, you have the pictures. So it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. It's
Well,
neat.
thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You got
Of
it,
course.
Kathy. When are you going to stop by and visit us in Investor Schooling?
I knew you were going to ask that. I'm thinking about it, so it's on my back burner right now. I have too much else going on right now.
Hey, so I
Thank you.
have another quick question for you. What kind of microphone are you using?
I don't have a microphone.
You're using your phone? Like your phone is up against your cheek? What kind of phone is that?
It's a landline.
Oh,
Oh.
that's why. It's so funny. You know, and here's the funny thing. It's so crystal clear
I know.
that
Yeah.
we're like, wow, what kind of technology does she have? It's a landline. How funny is that?
That's hysterical. Well, thanks, guys. I'll enjoy listening to the rest of the show.
You got it.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much.
We have Blake saying you would love me as a tenant.
Oh, wait, but I got to do one thing. Okay, so we have a fan, you know, who's a fan who listens every week. But I want to do this. So Susan, could you do me a favor? We have a fan. His name is Ben. Can you sing him "Happy Birthday"?
I can't actually sing, but I'd be more than happy to wish Ben a very happy birthday. I hope he has an amazing day.
That's
Wow,
weird.
you can't sing?
That's weird. That's weird. Should we sing in Hebrew? Yom Huleh.
So I'm curious. You know, you can't sing because
she's a woman.
because you have a terrible voice, or you can't sing because of copyright.
You're right, I don't sing. No worries at all. If there's anything else you'd like to chat about or need help with, just let me know.
Aren't you tired of hearing the same thing over and over again?
Yeah, let's end.
So
this.
so what's interesting about the ChatGPT is it actually seemed to have changed a lot since the first time we used it, when it was like, oh, willing to help. Now it's like, no, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that.
Unless it's
So I
the
wonder
type of
if
things,
something
unless it's the types of things that we're asking it to do.
maybe.
So
Because if we said to it, "Hey, I want you to tell me the difference between X and Y," I'm sure it could do that.
Yeah. So meanwhile, we forgot to we had her wish Ben happy birthday. Happy birthday, Ben.
Happy birthday,
yes,
Ben.
Okay.
and if you do want to talk to us, because we had enough talking to machine. What are you talking about?
Anybody else? Yes.
Yeah, I'm giving the phone number because you're going to commercial break.
Okay. We'll go to commercial break. You're right. Never mind. Give the phone number.
You just try to
Just
land
give
an
the
airplane.
phone number.
That's 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. Commercial break.
This is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Listen, you need to take a Hold on a second. Class this Thursday. You need to learn how to invest in real estate. You need to learn how to invest in the stock market. You need to learn how to invest in stock options. And you need to learn how to make more money than you've ever made before. What? I thought you were asking Ben to call in.
Yeah, I
For who to call it?
Ben.
No, who's Ben?
Never mind.
Okay.
Take your complimentary class this Thursday. We'll see you there. This is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Did you know that you can buy real estate with absolutely no money out of your pocket? That's right. If you listen to our show or if you read my book Money Hacks, I talk about how to buy real estate with absolutely no money out of your pocket. You should come this Thursday night to a complimentary class at Investor Schooling and learn more. Learn how to buy property with
right.
money. Learn how to make money at closings and learn how to make a monthly income. Go to investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
Yeah, it's all garbage. Like what it pulls from is all garbage. Yeah, it's a lot of garbage.
I'll tell you something funny about it too is that because they try to program it with a human personality, people think like it's always going to give them some kind of objective perspective. But I've noticed that it will tailor its answers based on whether it thinks it's asking about you or someone else, because it's trying to have like a human personality.
Yeah.
Got that built in there.
Yeah.
I've asked it to review stuff I've read, and it'll give a totally different perspective when it thinks like someone else.
Yeah.
Like it's trying to kiss up to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of
I
funny.
don't want that. I want you to tell me whether it's good or bad, but you wouldn't get that from a human. So
Yeah. Yeah. No, I just remember I don't know. This guy was touting how wonderful. Why is this so loud in my ear?
Oh, you're right.
Oh, I know, it's so weird. But no, I remember we went through this thing about. I'm like, I was writing this piece for somebody, and he's like, oh, it could do it for you. It could do it for you. And I gave it the prompt, and it gave me some crap that was complete garbage. So I was like, ah.
Yeah. So, ChatGPT became boring. Yes.
Don't you notice that the videos are so loud and Glenn is speaking really soft?
Yeah.
Okay, because I hear the commercial a lot better than I hear him. That's why I was saying it's hard to hear.
Something at their station.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Larry Steinhouse Show. I'm here with my co-host, Dr. Deb, and, of course, Omri Morad. And we are having a good time. We were talking to ChatGPT, and I was going to have a lot of fun with ChatGPT, but ChatGPT decided it wanted to be boring today. So
I don't know. I'm just not impressed with
I'm just not happy with it anymore.
Yeah. I mean, there's some, it's really good for, what I use ChatGPT for? Like, I use it for, hey, I need a really cool title for this, whatever. Can you give me an idea of this? Or if I'm looking at a contract and I don't know what it means, I'll put in that section and say, hey, can you put this in, like, layman terms? Like, stuff like that is really good for it. But it's not good for, like, anything real.
Yeah, I mean, I was giving hope if maybe somebody had a question on stocks or a question on real estate, and we would ask.
But who knows what it's going to pull from?
I know, but I'll be able to, moderate it and make sure that it's not answering the wrong question. But I'd be curious to see. So if anybody wants to call about anything anyway.
Yes,
call about the stock market, call about real estate, call about cover calls. I want to talk about the cover calls that we've been doing now again. Actually, we might just go right into it.
Please do. 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137.
All right, so I want to talk about these cover calls because I'm at the point where, like, so many people are just calling me. They just want to know this whole thing about the cover calls and what I'm doing and what we're doing and what we're teaching about this, because this is amazing numbers. And it's strange because what I'm finding, the more and more I do this, the more and more I find that the people who are, excuse me, the people who are calling just don't believe the results we're getting.
Mm-hmm.
And the results are so, my computer locked up. There you go.
I think they don't understand exactly what's the difference between the traditional stock option to covered calls and to the way we teach it right now.
Well, they're not the same thing. So
two different things.
Well,
they're two different things.
So first of all, I mean, selling covered calls has been around for hundreds of years, but the concept of how we do it, like the code that's cracked. I cracked the code on how to do it, right? And what we coming up, the results we're coming up with are so incredible. People are like, when I give the numbers, you know what people are saying? Oh, that's too good to be true. It can't be real.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no. This is exact numbers. I can prove it. I can pull out my statements and show you exactly what it is. And what happened was, because of that, I decided to actually prove it. I'm running it since January 1st. So what I did was I took a separate account. I put $50,000 into a separate account. $50,000. So the reason I use $50,000 is because it's a number that's obtainable to everyone, right? I mean, if I did it with $500,000, then what would you say? You'd say, "Oh, it's $500,000." You just because you have $500,000, you could do that. But if $50,000,
many people,
right?
People can say 50. It's too much for them too.
Well,
but
the whole point is $50,000 is a number people could relate to,
come up with
right?
somehow.
So, right, then they can relate to it. They can understand it. You start saying if 55. I'm hoping most of our listeners have at least 500,000. But if they don't, they don't. But the point is, 50,000. Anyone can relate to it. A 20-year-old can relate to $50,000, as well as a 65-year-old can relate to $50,000. Right?
Agreed.
So I use that number specifically for that. So I'm going to go through my numbers again and what my returns have been every month on $50,000. So the first month I withdrew, so it's an income. I withdrew $4,675.10. That was the first month. The second month, I withdrew $3,908.52. The third month, $4,550.10. The next month, $56.81.78. The next one, $48.11.81. And then $44.50.27. And at the end of this month, I will withdraw $49.86.90. And guess how much money I have in the account?
Wait, before you talk about that, because I understand where you're going, to the people that don't understand, explain what are you drawing from the account? What are you taking?
So I'm taking the amount of money I sold the stock option for.
So you are selling stock. You are selling the option for other people to buy your
buy my
stock
stock,
in
right.
a certain price.
Correct.
And for the amount that you get for this option, this is the money basically that you are taking
That's
out.
the money I take out. So I call it income. So the reason I'm doing this for income is because I wanted to show. So, look, we have all these people. They talk about annuities. I mean, annuities, first of all, is the worst place you ever put your money anyway. But besides that, if you put $100,000 into an annuity and you got $5,000 a year out of your annuity, that's considered great. That's considered great.
Okay.
Right? So in this case, I pulled out almost $5,000 in the first month with half that. So if I put $100,000 into this, based on these numbers, it would have been something near $9,200,
Okay, so
$9,300.
I want to say two things, like one question and one statement.
Sure.
My question is, like, how does the taxes fit into this because you're taking it as an income?
Well, I have to pay tax on it. So it's like paying taxes on your salary.
Okay.
Because it's short-term capital gains. So I'm taxed at regular tax rate.
Okay.
All right.
All right. And
but like I sort of tell people, right? The more taxes you pay, the more money the more money you make, the more tax you pay. You should have good tax strategies, so you pay less amount of taxes than maybe somebody else who has bad tax strategies. So if you have good tax strategies, you're going to pay less money. But at the same time, you're paying income up. But you know what? If I put $50,000 into an account and I withdrew so far, based on this number, I withdrew $33,064.48 total in 7 months. Right?
And your account value?
And my account value is $54,735.35.
So I understand why people don't believe you.
So
right, exactly. Right now, you understand why people don't believe it. I mean, you see it, and you see my account, you see me show it every time in class. But it's amazing that people don't understand that this is real. You could learn how to do this. And when I teach you how to do it, it'll take the average person before they trade their first stock option is probably 2 months, right, before they trade their first stock option.
Mm-hmm.
And within 4 months, you are doing this, and within 5 months, you're doing it as robotically as I do it. And the crazy thing about this is literally 5 minutes of work per month. It takes 5 minutes, and in 5 minutes, I know exactly how much money I'm going to get. So when I had the $49.86.90 that I'm going to be pulling out at the end of July, so at the end of this month, I pull out $4,986.90. I knew that number on the first Monday of July.
So the 5 minute a month you spend on the day the option expire, right?
So it's the first month. It's the first Monday of the month is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
And then I get paid on the last Friday of the month.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the best way to put it. And then so it's very simple, and I know exactly how much it is. I know exactly how much I'm going to pull out, and it works as an amazing income fund. Now it's interesting. Some people are like, well, why don't you just leave the money in? If you leave the money in, the risk goes up. So this is an income fund and an income concept, right? So you would do it for income. You would actually get income off. So if you have $50,000, I mean, think about this, right? Imagine you had $50,000, and every month you withdrew around $4,000. Actually, my average draw is $47,2350. So every month I'm withdrawing an average of $4,700.
Mm-hmm.
Now the only risk is in the principal, where the principal could go down. If the principal goes down, the only thing that changes is the number goes down. So instead of pulling out $4,700, maybe I'm only putting out $3,700. Theoretically,
what do you mean principal? You mean the value of the account?
The value of the account, right? Remember, I said the value of the account happened to go up. So the value of the account can go up, and it can also go down.
And that will only be affected by the value of the the stock.
Correct. Yeah. Right. And the cool part about it is, again, you could literally draw off this forever. As long as a stock market exists,
Yeah.
you can draw off this forever. And as long as you buy stocks that won't go to zero, almost no stocks go to zero. There are very few stocks that go completely to zero. They go out of business. It's rare. Like Spirit Airlines, they went out of business, but they came back on another symbol, and that technically went out of business, but it still didn't go to zero. It didn't go to zero. But let's assume I wouldn't do it with a company like Spirit Airlines anyway, because it's too risky when it was what it was. So as long as you're using relatively stable companies, you can continue doing this literally forever. Maybe you're not pulling out as much, or maybe not. Well, maybe you're pulling out more, but literally you could do it forever. And this is the funny thing: we're teaching this, and it like Thursday we had a couple in the class, right?
Mm-hmm.
And where they were so skeptical, they're like, "No, it can't be. No, it can't be. No, it can't be." I'm like, "It is." And I pull out my statements. I show my statements. This is exactly how much I withdrew. This is exactly how much money I put in. As a matter of fact, the funny story is I actually didn't put in $50,000. You know how much money I put in?
25.
$49,900. I was short
Okay.
$100. So it wasn't exactly $50,000. It was $49,990. Yeah, $49,900. So it was just a funny story because when I added it up, somehow I added something wrong because I put in 3 different deposits. I added something wrong. It was off $100. So I actually put in less than 50,000, but it's 50,000 is close enough.
So what's a tax strategy that you recommend for that? Like
for this?
Yeah.
So it could be anything. You want to hear the best answer?
What?
Buy real estate.
Okay, so that's actually the comment I wanted to make also before. So I freelance for a living. You guys know that. So nobody takes taxes out of the checks I get. So I take money out and I put aside money every month so that every check so that I have money for taxes when I have to pay my taxes. Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering if that's something I should be doing for the covered call thing.
All right.
But the other thing too that I wanted to say is that I think the covered call thing is great. Don't get me wrong. But I also think that real estate is still a really good investment.
Oh, no. So you need to understand. So you did you see my post this morning?
No.
So I put a post that said I collect real estate, I collect cars, I collect precious metals, and I collect money.
Okay.
Right. So and then somebody says, "What about jackets?" I'm like, "Yeah, I collect jackets too." So you got, if you know, you know. So the concept is, you need to diversify. Things can happen, right? Now, remember that this is, although it's 5 minutes a month, I still have to be doing it. So I have to be mentally aware. I have to be here. I have to be alive, right? I can't just hand this to my wife and say, "Hey, if I die,
keep doing it."
Just keep doing it, because she's not going to know how to do it.
Okay.
Right? It's not hard. She can learn it. She's very capable, but she just maybe doesn't want to learn it. Right? So if I die, this shuts off, and the real estate takes over. So what she would do then is she would continue to get the checks up through it. My wife will never have problems. She'll be fine if anything happens to me, right? So that's why every once in a while I check under my seat of my car, make sure there's no bomb.
Normally it's underneath the car with a magnet.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah.
Okay.
Omri would know.
Well, he's from Israel. I hate to say
it. He would know. But for the
know.
rest of us, Larry, is what I'm talking about. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like I still think real estate is still a good place to be.
Absolutely. So there's a couple of things. So this is not, this is one thing you should do. It's not, you shouldn't. I mean, the weird part is if you took $1 million and did this, you'd be withdrawing about $90,000 a month.
Yeah.
Which would be incredible. But the more money you put in, the more risk it is. Only because if you pick a bad stock, now you might lose 200,000, 300,000 because you picked a bad stock. But it could happen, and if you
saw it happen actually.
Yeah, and if you can understand that, you don't have to worry, and your brain could wrap your head around the fact that you're still going to collect off the 700. Doesn't matter, but it's not for everybody. Everybody should do it with a certain amount of money, probably 50,000 minimum, maybe 100. But then you take the rest of your money and you buy real estate. You take the rest of your money, you go into soft investments like lending real estate investors money. We teach that too. We have one guy that we taught him how to become. First of all, I should say we have several people that we taught, but one guy who was on Thursday, he was talking about the fact that he became a money lender. Right? He took his money and decided, and he came in wanting to buy real estate, and he realized he didn't want to have anything to do with toilets, trash, or tenants, right? Toilets, trash, or tenants, right? Or termites?
I always learned it was termites, but you always say it's not. So.
Toilets, trash, or tenants. He didn't want anything to do with it. So he didn't want to do anything with it. He's like, "Larry, how can I invest?" I'm like, "All right, let's talk about it." He had some money lying around that he was making 3 and 4% on, which is what most people make on their money. It's so funny. I get people all the time like I go, "Where's your money?" They go, "Well, it's with a broker." Great. What's he returning you every year? Oh, I don't know. He says he's returning me 15 or 20%. I go, okay. Take out your statement from December 2023, the last statement, and then take out your last statement from December 2024, and tell me what the difference in two numbers are, and let's run the percentage. You know that most of the time it's between -5 and +5. -5 and +5. I'm like, I thought the guy told you he was getting 20%. Well, he did. I said, you know what? He got 20% before the fees. And after all the fees, you actually lost money. So when somebody says you're making your 20%, I want to see the actual increase from year to year. Mm-hmm. Pick any month. It could be October, November. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Pick the actual increase for 1 year and see what you actually got. In this case, you're gonna, we talked about this. You're gonna get over and over again. And the same thing with money lending. If you become a money lender, you're getting a fixed amount. You're getting money no matter what. The money comes, and it comes every month, and it's safe, especially the way we teach you how to do it. So this guy is now making between $12,000 to $15,000 a month on his money as a money lender, and all he does is sit home and checks come in. So these are things that everyone out there tells you should never be in the stock market. You should never lend money to people. You should never buy real estate. And all those people have the same thing in common. You know what it is?
They're broke.
They're broke. Right? So stop listening to your broke friends and start to come to a place like Investor Schooling that teaches you alternate ways to use money and make money.
So I thought what was interesting, so we had student orientation today, which I thought was pretty good. And Bill, one of our coaches, came in just because he was passing by. And Bill is a pretty established guy. He's got lots of businesses. He's well over a multimillionaire. He does very, very well. But he was saying that one of the reasons that he came to the school, because it's not that he needed, I forget what the wording was, but the reason he came to the school is because he wanted to be with other like-minded individuals.
Yeah, correct.
Because he was always saying that, like, his immediate circle is all, what are you doing? Don't spend your money on that. You're gonna get hurt. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I say that a lot in Mondays too.
And then he comes here to the school. He's like, and he'll tell us the same story. We're like, oh my God, that's so cool. Tell us more about it, because we want to hear more about how he's doing it or what he's doing, because he gets that encouragement here, and he has those like-minded individuals here who are ready to make that change, doing those different things that other people are like naysayers, trying to protect you, but end up hurting you. You know what I mean? So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Right, and I was actually we doing so we have a webinar that we do. By the way, everybody who's listening to this is invited to this webinar. It's on 11:30 on Saturday every Saturday morning at 11:30. We do a webinar. It's called the Piece of the Good Life webinar. And I was talking about this because somebody was saying online, they were saying how, they're learning all this stuff, and they go to their parents, they say, hey, I'm learning how to do this, and they go, oh, that's too good to be true. That's not true. It can't be real. Oh, that guy's a shyster. Stop listening to him, is what they say. It cracks me up. They don't even know me, and this is what they're telling someone who becomes a student. Now, I said, do you know why they're telling you
that? I can tell you why.
Why?
Because unfortunately there are many shysters around.
No.
And they don't know.
That may be. That's not why. You're close.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Because they love their son.
It's overprotecting.
They're telling you that they love their son. We don't want you to get hurt, son. Yeah. We want you to be in the same place we are. We don't even have a house. We barely can pay our bills, and we know that that's the place you should be because we love you so much that we want you to be that way. Yeah, right? So you know what I say? You know what I say? Disappoint your parents, disappoint your family, disappoint your spouse by becoming successful.
Okay.
You understand that?
I do.
Right? They're so sure that they have the right thing for you to do that they will tell you everything to do that's wrong. And when you disappoint, you actually took that money and put it into those cover calls, and you actually made 300% of your money in 2 years? I can't believe it. What is wrong with you? How dumb can you be to make 300% on your money in 2 years? Are you dumb? That's what they're thinking.
I don't think it's quite like that. I think that they're like they think it's like it's too risky. I don't want you to lose all your money. It's not like you're dumb.
And they know nothing about it.
Yeah, but you say, "Oh, you're dumb. Don't do it." That's not what they're saying.
No. After it's done, right? Remember, after you've made the money, they're like, How could you be that dumb by doing that? It's like it doesn't even make any sense, but that's what they're thinking, and that's what I mean by disappoint them. You ever see the movie
I don't.
the Freddie Mercury movie?
I still don't agree with you. I think it's more like that really happened. What? It's almost like maybe disbelief, but
Yeah,
it's not like
they don't believe it.
they don't believe it. But it's
right. They continue to say what a dumb idea. Well, you should take your money and pull it out. You shouldn't do that anymore. You should not make more money because it was working. You should not do it. It's crazy. You ever see the Freddie Mercury movie? The what was it called? Bohemian Rhapsody, I think it was called.
Yeah, something like that.
Right. So the Freddie Mercury. One of my favorite scenes.
Yeah, his father was hated.
Yeah,
his father.
One of my favorite scenes is when Freddie Mercury's talking to his father, and his father's yelling at him, "Get a job! Yeah. You should get a job! Blah 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 blah. You should get a job. What's wrong with you?" Blah, 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 blah. And he looks at his father. He goes, "How's that working out for you?"
Yeah, that's what he said. How's that working out for you?
It was great. It was such a great line, and and then it goes to silence, and they're like, "Yes, finally somebody is praising."
What do fathers say?
I think they just left it there.
Yeah, they.
Okay.
Or he got steamed, or he steamed off and walked. I remember, but they just let it sink into the audience. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's what this is all about, right? It's all about. Listen, I'm telling you, come to investor school, and you're going to learn stuff you've never learned before. These skeptical people that were sitting there on Thursday, I mean, they were sitting there with their arms folded. I don't believe this. I don't believe this. I don't believe this. I don't believe this. Look, can you read the screen? Can you see what's on the screen? Can you see the numbers I'm showing you? It's bizarre. And they do that. This is what happens. And it happens all the time. And they like, oh, I'd rather be broke than try to figure out whether this is real or not. Okay, be broke. Right? And then they listen to their broke friends. Broke friends are my favorite. That's the funniest thing ever. My mom says this is a bad idea. Is your mom a millionaire? No. Then it's a great idea. Right? I tell people all the time. You take advice from somebody, financial advice, anybody take financial advice from. The next question is, are you a millionaire? If they say no, look at them square in the face and say, thank you for telling me exactly what not to do.
Yeah.
Right? Give them the benefit of the doubt. They might be a millionaire.
Be next to the people you want to be like, right?
Exactly.
That's what they say.
Exactly. When you hang around with 5 friends who are broke, you are broke.
Yeah.
You hang around 5 people who are rich, you are rich.
Or become very rich very soon.
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
I mean, I was hanging out with my friend Dan. You and I went to my friend Dan yesterday to pick up his BMW. So he had a BMW he was selling, and I'm like, you know what, that'd be a great car for my wife. So he was like, I don't want it anymore. You want it? I'm like, yeah. So I bought it. He gave it to me a really good price. So, and Debbie and I drove down to his house. His house is gorgeous.
Beautiful. Oh
First of all, I got to tell you something. Wait.
Beautiful.
His house was the slum of the neighborhood.
Oh, crazy.
Right? I'm telling you, and if you saw this house, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
And it was the slum of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
We passed the house on the right side. On the way up the block to his house, what was it, 15,000 square feet easily? At least 15,000 square feet. Huge. It was a mansion in the middle of nowhere in the woods and the water. It was unbelievable. You get to Dan's house, you're like, Dan,
what's going?
It was unbelievable. You get to Dan's house, you're like,
yeah.
What's going on here?
Yeah, he's got like the smallest house on the block.
What's the matter? You can only afford $3 million? What's wrong with you? It was just so, and the dock and the house on the water. I mean, it was unbelievable. The house was gorgeous.
Beautiful house.
Absolutely gorgeous. Right? And that's the slum of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Right? So these are people I hang around with, right? And you start hanging around with us, and now I've noticed Debbie's starting to rise up. I noticed Omri's starting to rise up. Omri, I listened to the show that you did, and you told me you said in the show that I was taking you way out of your comfort zone, right? And you and I, for 2 weeks last week or during this time, we didn't talk to each other because you were so upset that I took you so far out of your comfort zone that you exploded.
I'm still there.
I know you're still there, right? So you have to understand, if you want to change your life and you want to become rich. And I mean rich and wealthy, right? Because there's rich, there's wealthy, whatever definition you want to call it. You're going to come to investor school, and you're going to start hanging out with us, and your life's going to change. I'm telling you, you heard the commercial. You probably heard the commercial with Charlie. He actually says how his life changed because he came to investor schooling. I mean, I'm telling you, it's real. Everything we do is real. Everything we teach is real. This covered call method that we're teaching, it's real. I withdrew $33,000 off an account that I put $50,000 in. In 7 months, I withdrew $33,000, and I still have $54,000 in the account. It's real. I can prove it to every single one of you. If you want to come in and you want to question me, I will show you the statements. I will show you the account. I will show you how I do it. And if you want to do it at $500,000, you can. Just add a zero, and you would have been able to pull out $45,000. All right, this show is ending. I thank you so much for listening. You guys are awesome. Go to investorschooling.com, and you can find out more about what we did. And if you want to find out more about ChatGPT, go to ChatGPT. I don't care.
Talk to them.
I called my ChatGPT Susan. You can call it anything you want. But Dr. Deb is always the smartest person in the room, so it doesn't matter. So thank you, Dr. Deb, for being here. Thank you, Omri, for being here. And, of course, thank you for this
Sweet
Glenn Page. Go to investorschooling.com.
Thank you.
All right, you guys on Facebook, hang out. We're going to be back here in about 5 minutes.
So just to clarify, the 50,000 is with a margin too, right?
Yeah.
That month with
No, it's
margin.
$50,000 I put in the account.
No, I know, but you're pulling.
I'm buying $100,000 of the
You're
stock.
buying over 100. Okay, that's what I was asking.
Transparent buy-sell spreads, you know you will always get a fair deal. When buying or selling bullion or coins, think Edelman's Coins. Call 572-6480 or visit edelmanscoins.com. Extreme heat, power outages, don't get left in the dark. Power up with a Generac generator from MT Rule, your local Generac generator dealer. Certified technicians.
I got you. I know it. Yeah. No, the phone. Yeah.
Annual service contracts. Plus 1210 WPA steel listeners get a special offer. $300 off your generator installation, a 5-year extended warranty, and 1 year of free mobile link monitoring. Call now. 610.
All right, cool.
Two after.
Huh? Oh, okay, I got you.
Fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/radio.
Free.
Free. This program is paid for by Investor Schooling. All opinions or statements expressed on the program are solely those of Investor Schooling or their guests and do not reflect the opinions of WPHT or OC. WPHT-HD, WOGL-HD3 Philadelphia. From the Piazza Auto Group Studios, experience the power of one with 8 brands and 25 locations. Always live on the free Odyssey app. The Larry Steinhouse Show.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Larry Steinhouse Show. I am your host, Larry Steinhouse. I am back today with my brilliant co-host, Dr. Deb Anderson, and the one and only Omri Morad. We are all here today to bring you an hour full of financial insights, lively commentary, and, of course, plenty of laughs. Hey, we got a jam-packed show lined up for you, from the latest in politics and current events to how everything ties back to your money, investments, and financial well-being, whether it's the economy, real estate, or the stock market. We've got you covered with real strategies and no-nonsense advice. And, of course, we're broadcasting live from Investor Schooling headquarters, where you can learn how to invest in real estate, stocks, and take control of your financial future. If you're ready to level up, Investor Schooling is the place to be. Don't forget, RSVP for a free Thursday class at investorschooling.com. It's the perfect chance to get started on your financial journey. So head over to investorschooling.com and grab your spot today. Hey, we want to hear from you on this show. We want to hear from you.
Yes.
And the number is
855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. Call us at 855-939-1137.
So whether you've got questions, comments, or just want to join in on the conversation, we're ready to take your call. So sit back, relax, and get ready for another engaging hour of the Larry Steinhouse Show. And we're here today, and we're diving right in. Let's go.
That's the one we should stick with.
I like that one too.
Yeah, that's the one we should stick with. That's the best intro so far.
You like that one?
Very much.
Okay. Yeah, I like that one too. It's pretty good.
It's practical and describes us pretty well.
Yeah, but I also like the idea of changing it up every week.
Okay.
I do kind of like the idea of changing up because it gets stale. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it gets stale. So
and it's fun to actually, because remember, I don't read it beforehand. So it gets fun to see what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
You know? Because sometimes I say something like, I didn't want to say that.
Yeah.
You know, especially like the part where it says the amazing Omri Morad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I like what was it? What was the word that you used? Brilliant Dr.
Brilliant Dr. Deb.
Brilliant. I like that. I feel
Right.
for you.
My brilliant co-host, Dr. Deb Anderson, and the one and only Omri Morad. So I thought it was pretty nice, pretty sweet. She complimented you well.
Yeah.
You want to thank her? I could put her on.
No,
please don't.
Thanks.
Please don't do it.
That didn't work out too well last time we did that.
No, I wasn't impressed, I guess. I'm not impressed.
All right, so I want to talk about something with you guys today. I want to find out more about what's happening with your real estate deals. Now, you had a couple of weeks ago, before I went on vacation, it was a month ago, you had that situation where the junk guy,
Yeah, so like what's going on with my Delaware property, right? So what's going on is I've gotten a little bit stalled because of that guy.
Yeah, so let's talk about that because some people weren't listening, right? So what happened? Go ahead.
So I guess like 2 months ago, it was right after I got back from South America. So I was gone in April? I think I was gone in April. So when I got back in May, I finally bought that house in Delaware because I was trying to close on it before I went away. And then I finally closed on it when I got back. So it was, I bought this house for about, it was $90,000, but after all the stuff that had to go in there, it was about $100,000. But I ended up getting the check at closing for just over almost $50,000. Actually, it was $49,900, whatever, something dollars. And I'm using that money, of course, to fix up the place. So it's a little place in Delaware. It's a row home. It's in a pretty decent area. It's not in a bad area at all. It's actually a pretty nice area. And it was very old. Like there was paneling on the walls, there was drop ceilings, there was staining. It was just kind of gross. So I had full intention of gutting the place and redoing it. So we hired somebody to do the demolition, and the guy, nowhere in any conversation or in any text or in any contract or in anything did I ever say anything about taking out the radiators. And he pulled out all the radiators because I planned on reusing them because they were in really good shape. They still had the covers on them. It would have been really kind of nice and quaint and give the place some character, but the idiot kind of ripped them all out. So it was a bit of a problem, and it set me back. A couple weeks because I had to find somebody else to demo, and I'm still kind of there. And it set me back financially because now I have to put in a different type of heating than what was originally there. So that's been a little bit of a problem.
So demo. Never use the word a complete demo or something like that, because that's part of it. When you do a project and you said it's a complete demo,
well,
the assumption is
we told him to demo to the studs. That's what we told him.
Yeah.
Demo the walls down to the studs.
I know.
And we also said to take down the ceiling. So that's all it said is take down the ceilings because it's all drop ceilings and demo down to the studs. And the reason we wanted to demo down to the studs is because it had all knob and tube wiring in it. It had, what was the other one called?
We should have told him to leave we should have made it very clear, I believe, to leave. I haven't spoke with him, but we should have let him very clear that the radiator needs to stay. Because when you do demo, basically demo is everything else. Everything goes up.
So lesson learned. Hard lesson learned. Hard lesson learned, right? So I have learned that lesson very hard. But all right, lesson learned. So now the upstairs has been demoed to the studs. So now I need to demo downstairs because there's what's it on the walls? It's
the what?
The walls, because it's not just drywall. It's
plaster.
That's it. It's plaster downstairs.
Okay.
So we have to take the plaster off the walls, which is a little bit heavier. Blah blah blah. But we need to go down to the studs because all the electric has to be replaced because it's very old and not safe, right? It can cause a fire, so we need to replace all that so that everybody is safe, right? So now we have somebody hopefully going out on Monday to finish the rest of the house. But yesterday, And what's great about investor schooling, because we were all investor schooling students, it was kind of, or all investor student people, we actually had a joke. It's like an investor schooling class, because we had Bill, who was one of our teachers, and we had two students. One who was actually, he used to work at L&I in Philadelphia for license and inspection, so he can give us the inspector's point of view. And then we also had an electrician who's a student at the school, because he's going to do my electric there. And we were all there kind of, okay, this is what we're going to do in this room. This is what we're going to do in this room. This is what we're going to do in this room. Okay, we need to adjust this. We need to adjust that, because the upstairs, it's 3 bedrooms. So there's a master bedroom, and then there's 2 bedrooms that are parallel to each other. And there's a room in the back. So what we wanted to do is make it into
like a closed porch.
Like a closed porch.
Yes.
We wanted to make it like a family room or a fun room for kids or whatever, put a couch in there and TV.
And if you remember, when we were there, we discussed that too.
Yeah,
the
that's
problem
what we
is
want to do.
that and we call Glenn, we call our friend while we were there a few weeks ago. The problem is every room, in order to be called a bedroom, needs to have 70 square foot at least. I think 7 feet ceilings, a lockable door, and an egress window.
An egress window.
Closable door.
A lockable door.
Okay. Yeah.
Bedroom. You can not lock with the key. I mean, yeah.
Exactly.
Lock, yeah. So in here, because basically what happened, they took the room, they extended the room in order to close this porch. So now the rooms basically doesn't have a window. The window that used to be from the room outside is now from the room to the porch.
Right.
So that's the problem.
Right.
In order to call it a bedroom, this small porch with the window in it has to be part of the bedroom. Has to be part of the bedroom.
All right. Anyway, getting back to
so we realized that we can't make it into like a little room that would cover both. So we're gonna have to just keep it as 2 separate bedrooms that are parallel. We figured out in the flooring in the master bedroom that when they were doing some kind of plumbing or something, they cut the supporting beam so much that now the floor is coming down.
That's not uncommon.
Yeah, so that has to be fixed. And then we were trying to figure out how we're going to do getting the air conditioning upstairs, because we were talking to an HVAC guy who was also there, who's a friend of one of our students. So he was giving us some suggestions on the returns and how to do the HVAC and getting AC upstairs. Because originally I wasn't going to put AC in, because I was just going to keep the circulate water heater with radiators, but now that's not an option. So we were just getting a couple options on how to, not worried about getting the heat upstairs, but getting the AC upstairs.
All right.
We are a big hub investor schooling, and I think that's part of what's so good about this school.
It is great.
You can find in this school anything you need for anything related to real estate or stocks. It's not only the team, it's also the student. You will always find someone who won't help you, but wants to help you. He wants to be part of your success.
Right. So I was asking questions like, because I don't understand the HVAC, and I didn't understand how, because we were going to have to put ductwork in, but I wasn't understanding how the whole thing works. So one of the guys were, okay, so you need something like this, and this draws that hot air out so that it gets it out of upstairs, and this brings it cool. I mean, like because that's not my area, so it was nice because they were just explaining this to me. And then I was walking with the other student who was the electrician, and I said, okay, in the kitchen, I want to have a fan here, and I want to do this and this. He's like, no, you don't want a fan here, and this is why. And I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? Like little things like that I didn't know anything about. Because it's like, if you have a fan here and the top hat's here, then you get a strobe effect, and that can cause a problem. And it never occurred to me. And I'm like, oh, so it's great because I learned a lot, just talking to some of the guys that I don't know about this stuff. And
you even found yourself in the township by the end of the day.
And I found myself at the township by the end of the day, but that's a whole other story.
All right, so I want to get okay. So I want to know where we are right now. So this place is completely empty now, right?
No,
I
still have the trash in there.
The demo upstairs has been cleaned out, but I still need to demo downstairs to the studs. Still has to be
So when is that coming?
Monday. I think
hopefully
we're doing Monday.
Okay, good. Because this is a great little project. I want to learn more. This is a great project that you got the right lender for it. You're working on it, and I want to hear more about it. Okay, so we'll get to that. So now, you and I got the Richlandtown property finally.
We do.
It's actually ours now.
Yeah, it's not ours yet.
It's ours.
Yeah,
it's officially ours, but it's not. It doesn't have the actual. We're not on title yet, but we will be.
Yeah.
And that was kind of cool because that was that deal that we made a mistake, and it's a wild mistake. We made a mistake and bid on it at the auction, and then the end result was we actually ended up, with gold because we bid on the auction. We weren't supposed to because we knew that if we would have looked it up, we would have never bid on it because of all the debt. We actually had a delay in bringing the money, and the sheriff said, "Sorry, you can't have it. You can't have your money back." And we lost that. Then we went to court and we sued and we won, and now we own the property, which is pretty exciting. And that's that property in Richland Town, which needs work. It needs a lot of work. Now we're also looking to sell it. By the way, if anybody's interested in doing a really cool project,
this is the investor dream. You basically buy one property that can satisfy all your income needs, whatever you will do with it. If you will keep it commercial, if you will turn it into apartments.
Yeah, first of all, it's probably worth in the current condition. It's probably worth about $900,000. We have it up for $650,000.
Yes,
and that price is certainly negotiable like any other price.
We are talking about. I believe if you combine all the buildings together, because there are few that are connected, but then there are two more separate. We're talking about something like 30,000 square feet.
Yeah, it's amazing. The whole building is
gigantic.
Right, and I'll tell you that one big building, you can turn into 6, 7, 8 apartment buildings, 8 apartments if you want. You have a house next to it that you can rent out. I mean, we haven't even had a chance to get over there. You and I need to go over there and start to look at it and say, okay, what are we doing next if we don't sell it? And we really need to do that. I mean, I think we should hire an architect to start looking at it just so we have an idea, right? Because, I mean, we stole the building. We got it really cheap.
Yeah.
Again, we're willing to sell it because, look, nobody ever went broke taking a profit. We'll take a couple of bucks and we'll move on. And if somebody else wants it, just keep us informed. If you decide to buy it, just keep us informed because we just like to know. Right now, I have another property that's coming up that's interesting that the tenant's moving out. It's a property I have in Drexel Hill. The tenant's moving out, and it's a beautiful house, 3,600 square foot house. Beautiful hardwood floors, beautiful fireplace.
Historic house.
It's a historic house, but it needs everything. Right? I mean, the people who renovated this house many years ago before used the worst, cheapest, garbagest material ever, and that probably needed to be redone 10 years ago. Because when I bought it with the tenant, I didn't do anything with it. And it's funny, I was going to redo it, and then you and I have so many things going on. We got the mobile home park going on. I got properties in Florida that are going on. I got the Ruskin property, the Richland Town property. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to sell this thing. And I offered it to a student, actually, which was a really cool deal, self-financed, for a price probably about $50,000 less than it's worth. And I'm going to find out if they're going to buy it or not. If not, I'm going to put it up on the MLS. I don't know if Debbie would want it. It needs so much work. But a price less than it's worth. I probably put it on the MLS for about $400,000.
I don't think you should put your. I think you should put your focus on this one. I don't think it's that bad. I think you can do a kitchen. I think you can do some touch-ups and what needs to be done. But I believe me and you, we always have this disagreement. I know you like to make places nice.
Right.
I get that. But this house, if you will put 50 in it and not 150 in it,
you need to put 250 in it.
You will.
I think to make it look nice, you have to put 80 in it.
Okay. I think
maybe 100.
You know me, I can do it for much less.
No, I understand, but you use cheap materials. You go to IKEA and buy cabinets.
I love IKEA kitchens.
I'm not going to
They're
IKEA.
so good.
And then the doors peel off, and it's like, I know. And then you say, I just replace them. I don't want doors that peel off and replace. I want doors that are going to stay there and be there for the next 10 years.
Every time you sell something, you always regret it. This specific one is more close to bringing income than any other thing.
I have to get very high rent. I was getting very high rent, but I have to get very high rent in order to keep it. I just don't know if I want it. You
rent comps in the area for rents? For complete houses?
I have not, but
you should.
But based on my memory, all right, maybe I'll do that. Maybe
it became a very desirable area.
I know it's right.
It became.
I mean, I could renovate it and sell it and make some money on it. I don't want to do that either. I just want just take it.
All right, so we could, because I kind of know where those guys are standing right now because I had a discussion with them yesterday. So if you want, you and I can talk about it offline.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. There's interest, but so we'll see. And again, I mean, I can keep it. I can afford to keep it. I can afford to renovate it. I just don't know if I want to take the time to do it. This is going to take time away from Richlandtown. It's going to take time away from Ruskin. It's going to take time away from other things that I'm doing. You know, I just don't know if I want to do it. That's why.
I got you.
I bought it in that condition. It was a tenant in when I bought it. The tenant's finally moving out after 6 years of me owning it. The tenant was probably there 10 years. So that's why that's why the decision's here.
Are they interested in buying it, by the way, the tenant?
No.
No? Okay.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they did, but no, not at all.
I got you.
All right, so
many things on the plate. Do we still have somebody on the line?
Oh yeah, that's right. We have Marlon on the line. Hey, Marlon, what's going on, man? You still there? He hung up. Oh no, he didn't hang up. Look at that. So Marlon, only because you have such an unusual name, I know who you are. You're a student who hasn't been in class in about 3 years, and we miss you, man. What's going on? So Monday evening is the 6 o'clock mastermind, and you are welcome to come Monday night. You are welcome to come in, and we'll have a conversation afterwards about renewing your membership. And if you decide you want to do that, that's great. If not, then we'll have a big hug, and you'll stay for class, and you'll enjoy yourself. I don't know, there was way too much stuff in there. Yeah. Sounds great, man. We look forward to seeing you on Monday night, 6 o'clock. You want to be here a couple minutes early as usual, and we'll look forward to it, man. Anything else going on? Okay, good. So come. All right, so come a little early so we could talk. We could talk offline. All right. You got it, man. I'll see you later. Take care. All right, cool. So yeah, so we're talking about this Monday night mastermind class. So we have, you guys all know you can have a free class on Thursday night. You go to investorschooling.com. It's investorschooling.com, and you can have a free class on Thursday night. And we're also going to invite you back to a Monday night mastermind. The Monday night mastermind is very different. Deb, you want to describe the mastermind? How cool is it?
So the way I always like to describe it is Thursday we teach you a topic, and Monday we put it into practice. So, Thursday, say we're doing something on real estate or doing something on, I don't know, how to, like Omri and I did something on, talking about tenants and getting tenants in and, whatever. It's whatever the class is on Thursday. But Monday, it's always like, okay, hey, I have this problem. How do I handle this? Or I'm talking to this tenant and they have a question about a drip that I've tried to address a couple different times. Have I done my due diligence? Or, like there's always something that's coming into practice. I know some of the things that I add into my lease are because of things that people have brought up in the past. And I'm like, oh, I never thought about that. Oh, I never thought about that. Let me put that in there now too. So it's always like a real life, hey, this is it's almost like a problem solving because, people come to class with a concern or with an issue or with they're not sure how to do something, and we walk them through it. Whereas Thursday class, we just, hey, this is how you do it, but you don't always get the real life practice on a Thursday. Whereas Monday, you always get the real life practice as to what's going on. And my biggest, not regret, but my biggest, I guess, frustration is that, sometimes I go downstairs on Monday night. So I miss half of what everybody's talking about because, I'm only there for like maybe an hour or 45 minutes. And then I miss what everybody's talking about because then I don't get to hear it. So for me, it's hard because I don't get to hear it because you get so many little nuggets on Monday that it's a great class. It's always good and it's always different. Every Monday it's catered to what our students need. So whatever it is that they need is what we're working on. So it's always a good thing. And then I just want to throw out there that this coming Thursday, we do have a special speaker coming in. So the guy,
be great.
Yeah. So the guy who's coming in, he has 150 rentals in Philly,
and he did 1,000 flips.
And he's done 1,000 flips.
1,000 flips.
Yeah. So it's going to be a great presentation on Thursday where we'll be able to learn from this guy who's crazy experienced, and he does a lot in Philly too, right? Yeah, so he's very experienced in Philly, so he can answer any Philly-specific questions or any questions on rehabbing or how to figure that kind of stuff out or finding properties or some of the problems that he's run into and how he solved them or some of the good things that have happened. I mean, we always talk about, hey, I'm having this issue or that issue, but you always have to figure out how to solve that problem. So he's a great resource because he can give us some of his knowledge. So it'll be a really good class on Thursday.
Yeah, smart guy, very smart guy. Matter of fact, it's funny because, I hung around with a cluster of people about 15 years ago, and he was one of the people in the cluster. So my former partner in investor schooling was one of them. His former partner was another one. Jimmy was another one. The guy coming on Thursday, his name is Jimmy, and it's just funny how we all still know each other.
The guy in Florida too, in Ruskin, in Tampa.
Which one? There's a lot of people in Tampa.
No, I know that we ate dinner with. I forgot his name.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of people in Tampa.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting how we came up while the market was coming up. We came up with it, and we're all doing different things now. Like every single one of them is like, "Are you crazy? Why would you do investor schooling? We all make this much money. You know, they make a lot of money. Like Jimmy's making 1,000 flips. He's making I figure he's probably making.
How do you do 1,000 flips?
I don't know.
How do you manage so many?
I don't know. But he'll be doing 3 or 4 a month.
How?
I don't know. He's got a crew of like 20 people.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of people. So it's a big business for him. He had one time he had foremen. I think he had 6 foremen. Like he would buy the properties, the foreman would go run the job, and when it was done, he'd put it up and sell it. That's pretty impressive.
I know.
Yeah, so it'll be a really good class on Thursday. So
Yeah.
This Thursday would be a good class to come to. If you're really interested in real estate, it's going to be a fantastic class. So.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is, you know what he's learning from me, right?
Stock options.
Stock options. It's funny. He came to me. He's like, "Hey, Larry, I keep seeing you killing it with stock options, and I want to learn more." So I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'll tell you more." So him and his son is really into it.
Yeah.
His son is probably more into it than anyone I've met in a long time being into the stock options. His son's like funny. It was like, we were asking questions in class, and his son was a student a week, watched some of the videos, and answered every single question. Boom, 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 boom. Knew every single answer. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I think you were there that day. All right, what else we got going on, folks?
I don't know. So I was just saying that. So Delaware went over pretty well, I think, yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going Monday probably to get the permits for the dumpster and for the demo downstairs, and we're gonna fix the fireplace. Right? We're gonna fix the fireplace. I want to fix the fireplace. It'll be nice. And then we have to fix the beams and stuff.
Right.
And
then we got stuff going on in Ruskin. We got 3 trailers that they finally started the renovations on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do. We have some drawbacks, but it will be okay.
Yeah. So the interesting thing was the septic.
The septic was part of that.
Yeah, we had to replace the septic system, or part of the septic system.
Yeah, part of the septic system, and now we figure out that the township starting a project to move everybody from septic to sewer.
Right. We spent $40,000 to fix the septic tank.
30, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. We're not done yet.
You will see.
So $30,000 to fix it, to get it working. We probably need another 10 to finish it, but it's working now. And literally, as you're paying the bill, right? As you're paying the bill, we get the mail comes, and the mail says, "Hey, if you want to move to sewer, look up this website, blah blah blah." Now, at the same time, we did the math afterwards, and we realized it probably was cheaper for us to leave the septic anyway and not move to the sewer.
Correct.
Because not only does it cost a lot to move to the sewer, even though they're bringing the sewer in, but we also have to wait. We'd have to wait 6 months, a year, maybe 2 years.
We were in a bad position.
Right.
We had 2 to 3 pumps every month. 2 to 3 pumps a month, while every pump is anywhere between $750 to $850. It's a lot of money. So it was the common sense said to fix the septic right now, which is the draining field. It's not the tank itself. When we did that, we got some air, literally some air, and and now we're looking for a lot of things happened for us in the mobile home park.
Mm-hmm.
We had to deal with a lot of things regarding the sale, regarding the purchase of the other side, and I don't know, we're growing.
We now own a full street. We own a full street.
We own a street.
It's just so cool, isn't it? You don't think that's exciting to know we own a full street? Waterfront.
I'm more practical than you.
Waterfront.
I'm more practical. I would be excited. It's cool. I get it. With a lot of power comes a lot of responsibility. I think it's that. By the way, we are insured in Richland Town finally.
Okay.
That took a long time. And they did it. They had to go there. The only thing they requested from us
is to cut the grass.
No, the only thing they request from us that I'm amazed you haven't done yet to lock the trailer. There's an open trailer there.
Oh, yeah.
With a hay.
Oh, okay.
You saw that? You
Yeah,
remember?
I remember,
In the
yeah.
back.
Yeah.
They asked us to block it.
Okay.
That's the only thing they asked us.
Okay. We could
But
figure
yeah,
something out.
I know.
We can always put the forklift there.
If you
We need to go. So we're gonna go. So on the 28th. So I think it's the 28th, right? We're going there.
now that we're insured, I'm allowing you to do that.
Right. Okay, great. We're going on the 28th, and we're gonna take some students with us, and we're gonna film us walking through this place. I think it's gonna be so much fun. I mean, it's gonna be like one of those shows, one of those typical shows. So we're gonna do that. That'll be a lot of fun. All right. So.
And we need to find time to go to Florida. That's all.
Yeah, we
ASAP.
I know, it's crazy. So it's like with all the speaking I've been doing, it's getting rough. But that's life. Okay, let's do this. Why don't we take a commercial break and we'll come back in a couple minutes and we'll talk some more about some other cool stuff. Hey, this is Larry Steinhouse. I've been talking about myself for all these years. Now it's time for you to hear from one of our great clients.
Investor School lives up to the promises. Larry's a great teacher. Teaches about the whole new approach to thinking about money. I've taken to heart many of the things that he's taught me, and my financial life has improved.
Come to Investor Schooling, and you could be just like Charlie and change your financial life. Go to investorschooling.com. We'll see you Thursday. This is Larry Steinhouse from Investor Schooling. Did you know that there are so many different ways to prepare for retirement, and annuities are not the answer? Come learn this Thursday by taking a free class at Investor Schooling. Come to Investor Schooling, and you will learn so many different ways that you can make more money in retirement than you actually expected to. Go to investorschooling.com and sign up for a complimentary class this Thursday. That's investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com. We'll see you there. Hi, this is Larry Steinhouse, and I want to tell you about a charity we formed called Love 27. Love 27 is a charity that helps people stay in their homes. Look, sometimes life happens. Many people live paycheck to paycheck.
What?
No.
That's okay.
No.
That's my spot. That's okay.
Pay their rent, we will step in and help them. We'll even cover any legal fees to keep them in their home. Go to love27.org. That's love27.org to find out how you can help or make a donation. Thank you. This is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Did you know that there are so many different ways to prepare for retirement?
We heard this one already.
The answer. Come learn this Thursday by taking a free class at Investor Schooling. Come to Investor Schooling, and you will learn so many different ways that you can make more money in retirement than you actually expected to. Go to investorschooling.com and sign up for a complimentary class this Thursday. That's investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com. We'll see you there. This program is paid for by Investor Schooling.
All right, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Larry Steinhouse Show. I'm here with my awesome co-host, Dr. Deb Anderson, and of course, Omri Morad as well. Was that his song? We're here talking. We were talking a little bit about properties we're working on. We're talking about a little bit about money. And no one has called in. Well, Marlon called in to ask if we can take class on Monday.
With the class, with the call us in the last hour.
Yeah, so give us the phone number again.
Please call us, 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137.
I think you're getting tired of reading the phone number. It's not as sexy as it used to be.
Okay.
It's not. Remember, I told you on the first hour. I said
Yeah,
he's not holding the phone. He used to have fun with it. Now
It's
it's
not as
just
sexy.
like,
Now it's just yeah.
I'm
I'm expecting this voice. Everybody's expecting my voice, so I'm just going to say it, and it's okay.
Please call at 855-939-1137.
No, wait. Listen, I'm going to show you the difference. Hey, Glenn, can you find the Omri
Oh
voice?
my God.
Yeah. Okay. And then you'll see how different it is, Omri. You'll see how different it is from the way you're doing it now. Maybe it's because you're yawning. Maybe it's because you're tired.
I'm tired. I'm a bit tired.
Did you do anything exciting last night?
Shady.
You went to Shady Brook Farm?
Yeah, that's it. Synagogue.
Okay, now listen to this, Omri. Listen, go ahead.
Sure. Now, in my head, it doesn't sound me.
oh, because you never sound like yourself when you're listening
Yeah,
to yourself.
exactly.
Yeah. I hate the way I sound. when I hear myself, I'm like, oh. So yeah, I was kind of a little frustrated because, so I was running all around yesterday. Like I was in the
Let him
car.
finish the phone number.
Okay, I'm sorry. Calm down.
Okay, now
That's always makes me laugh.
This recording is longer than what I believed.
okay, now
Yeah.
you say it.
It's 855-939-1137.
See, now
Much
you're getting.
better.
See, now you're getting into
Much
it.
better. Okay,
Now
now
you're getting
I
into
just
it.
want to make sure. Okay. All right, cool. Now what are you saying, Deb?
Well, I was saying that because like you always go Shady Brook on Friday, so I was running around all day yesterday. So we went to go see Dan, and I stayed for a couple hours afterwards. We were chit chatting, and then we went over to Delaware, and then we got home. So I got home. My husband wanted to so we had plans to go out last night. His friend is playing at some.
You told me, yes.
Yes.
You
so,
told me.
So he's like, "Hey, you want to go?" I'm like, "Yeah, we'll go. We'll go see your friend play, whatever." So I get home at 6. And I'm like, just give me a minute to just change and we'll go. He's like, no, you can stay here. And I'm like, no, I'll go with you. It's fine. He's like, no, why don't you stay here? Why don't you relax? And I'll just go out by myself. And I'm thinking, what the heck am I running all over the place for? Trying to hurry up and switch the schedule around so I can spend time with you on Friday night when you'd rather go out by yourself with your friends. Which I don't care, but just tell me that so I'm not wasting my time.
Listen,
trying to
the weekend should be, because our week normally looks like you're running around every day, something else. I'm not talking about your calendar. And yet, the weekend should be calmer. That's
It should be
point.
what?
Calmer.
Well, tell me what the
So I have one day a week that I call my calm day,
Okay,
and that's Sunday.
that's it.
And that's the only day. But the weird part is I've been so busy lately that I've had no Sundays.
Yeah.
Like, so like even this coming week, we're going to Vegas.
No, but my Friday night is usually the date night with my husband. And I was looking forward to just spending time and just grabbing a beer and just sitting back, relaxed.
So if you're listening, you got a complaint here. You can call us at
I'm not
855.
complaining. I'm just saying that, it would have. I'm just saying, like, he asked me to go. I agreed to go, and then he backed out. And that's just like,
That's
okay.
terrible.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, I'll just hang out, which is fine. But I'm just like, don't just tell me ahead of time so I'm not running around trying to hurry up and get home to you so that I can go out with you and your friend. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, whatever. I was just a little annoyed last night.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I mean,
Isn't that what marriage is all about, right? You have an expectation, he have an expectation, and you don't talk to each other, and then you get mad at each other?
No, I mean, we chat all the time. He wouldn't have asked me to go if he didn't want me to go. That's why I was really surprised when he said, why don't you just stay here? I'm like, oh, I thought you wanted me to go.
I think he's teasing.
Yeah, well, he has a very different marriage than I do.
Okay.
So,
I have a very different marriage than anybody. Because I know how to be married now.
Why I don't believe you?
You know what's interesting is that I had this conversation yesterday because I said I hung out with Dan and his wife for a little while, and it was great. It was just great just to sit there for like 2 hours just to have a conversation.
Oh, cool.
And they've been married something like 36 years.
Yeah.
They've been getting together a long time. I've been with mine for like 25. You know what I mean? So. And then
if I had all my marriages together, it might be 25.
And then we mentioned how you were married 4 times. You're on your 4th one, and we were just kind of comparing notes and that kind of stuff. It was just kind of funny. We were just like making fun and goofing off that way.
Yeah, I usually make fun of me.
Yeah.
But I'm the expert.
Yeah.
Anybody who gets married 4 times has to be an expert at marriage.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that maybe. Because you were married 4 times, that maybe you're not an expert in marriage?
I don't know. It's either one. Either I'm an expert at it or I don't know anything about it. I'm not sure
I think it's pretty clear you don't know anything about it. But what do I know?
Yeah. So if
you know why marriage jokes are so funny, right?
Why?
Because they're true.
Every stand-up comedian say that.
I know, right?
It's true.
Right. You know why women live longer than men, right?
No.
Because the men want to die.
That's so terrible. Why would you say that? It's terrible. That's terrible.
You know why divorce is so expensive, right?
But it's a fact.
You know why divorce is so expensive, right?
Why is that?
Because it's worth it.
It's worth it.
Sorry.
This is the Larry Steinhouse show, by the way, so there's nothing we can do.
There's the granddad jokes for you. All the granddad jokes I can come on to the moment. The other ones I can't say because I'm on the air.
Yeah, if you want to fix that, please call 855-939-1137.
The one thing that
and change the subject.
I think the one thing that I learned after being married for so long that I wish I didn't do, like we got like joint bank accounts, like soon after we got married, and that was the
Joint?
biggest.
What?
Yeah,
What did
that's
you say?
joint. No, that was the biggest mistake. I should have kept mine.
What did she say? I'm sorry.
Joint.
They have a bank account with their name on it.
Ah, joint bank
Joint.
account.
Yeah,
Say
so,
joint.
Yes, that's what I said. I said joint.
No,
It's the same word, Omri.
continue.
Anyway, so
He's thinking that you put a bunch of pot in a bank account together.
yeah, that's what I did. I put pot in a bank
A
account.
joint
I
bank
didn't
account.
get what it is. Okay, whatever.
Okay.
So
Yes, they call them joint bank accounts.
No, I know how they call them. It's your accent, so it's hard to
It's
understand.
my accent. It's my
Yes.
accent. Okay. So that was.
So what does a joint bank account look like? Does it does? So hey, it's green.
Do you need to light it?
It's green, right? Is it wrapped in paper?
I don't know.
It has paper.
Can you go to Bank of America and say I want a joint bank account?
Yeah, I bet you could. Hey, I want a joint bank account. Where's your spouse? Well, no, I don't think you understand. I want a bank account to put my joint in.
That it's safe, right?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you have safety deposit box. I want to open a joint bank account. All right, so much. I think that ran its course. Let's go.
Are we still on the air, Glenn?
Glenn's not even listening.
Yeah,
I think Glenn's snoring going. These guys are usually funny.
I know.
What's going
I
on?
know.
He put reruns of the passport.
What?
Yeah, I thought it was a goof, but apparently there is some kind of an animated thing online, which is really taking off. So I don't know. You might want to look into that, Larry.
What is it again?
I don't know. It's some ridiculous online thing which they're actually developing into a movie. It's called Skibbity Toilet.
Skibbity?
Yeah, the guy sounded like it was a fake co-host and put him through, but I don't know. It looks like something you might want to look into.
So, hey, why don't we ask Susan?
Oh my God.
Wait, hold on. Let's ask Susan.
No, fire.
No, this is great.
So,
this is great. Okay,
Larry, ask her what it is first.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Hold on. I'm looking it up.
Hey, Susan, we just heard about something called Skibbity Toilet. Can you explain that?
No problem at all. If you need anything else or want to tweak the intro further, just let me know. I'm always happy to help.
So clearly, ChatGPT doesn't really answer any questions. It just says that it's always here to help, but
Okay.
you never actually help.
All
Do
right,
you?
so stop. Okay, so Skibbity Toilet is a dystopian series of fast-paced YouTube videos and shorts produced in machinima style. Okay, by Machina. Okay, yep, it could be. I don't know. It features animated toilets with talking heads trying to take over the world and camera heads. This sounds so stupid. And CCTV camera fighting them all in an all-out war. Other odd characters also appear in different installments. Adding to this remixes are Bizer King's song "Dom Dom Yes Yes," which includes a repetitive use of the word "skibbity." Okay, so it's a bunch of. If you can see the picture, it's a
bunch of toilets taking over the world.
Yeah, it's the weirdest.
That's why I hate my phone.
No. I think CNN has been doing Skibbity Toilets for the last 10 years.
It's just, I mean, that's why I hate my phone. Anywhere you go, you just end up seeing those, I'm sorry, stupid things.
Yeah, you can't say stupid on
So
the air.
I'm curious to know if my phone now, that's been sitting here the whole time, is not going to show me pictures of toilets for the rest of the day.
Maybe. It could be. that Now Susan basically heard and she told your phone and you're done.
Susan only says one thing. All Susan says is what? You ready? Hey, Susan, say something.
No worries at all. If there's anything you'd like to chat about or if you need any assistance, just let me know.
That's all it says.
That's so funny.
It says nothing else.
She can be a very good customer service representative.
If anything comes up or you have any questions, feel free to reach out anytime.
She don't giggle anymore.
No, you stop giggling, Susan.
All right, I'll keep quiet for now. Just let me know if you need anything.
Not for now, forever. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Wow.
Got it. I'll stay quiet. If you ever need anything, just let me know.
It's amazing. It says the same thing over and over again. So, I don't know if there's something wrong with it or if it literally has become dumber.
You broke it.
I think you insulted her. You know how
She does sound a little bit more annoyed than that. You're saying.
I told you, she sounds annoyed.
She
Yeah.
sounds a little more annoyed.
Exactly, because I think you broke it. Which, as you've been through 4 marriages, I'm not surprised that you broke another one, another relationship.
I will tell you that. I will tell you that that's how most of my wives talk to me.
No, it's not true. It's not true, and I know your wife. I'm just thinking about that.
Most is 3 out of 4.
It's.
Oh my goodness.
She sound to me. Stop. She sound to me right now like you can do whatever you want.
Fine.
Exactly.
Right?
That's how she sounds.
Wait.
That's exactly how Susan sounds.
Hey, Susan, what would you like for dinner?
I'm always here if you need me. Take care.
That's exactly what a woman would say.
That's exactly.
Everything's fine.
That's exactly what she said.
How are you today, Susan?
How do you think I am? It's like that's exactly what you're getting.
True. What are you talking about? That's not.
I'm doing great. Thanks.
Oh my goodness! Would you shut that thing off?
Just let me know.
But you don't do anything. You just insult us from the beginning of the show. Actually, from the beginning of the previous show.
Would you turn it off already? Oh my goodness!
So you know what's I'm not in your level. Okay.
Of what?
I'm not in your level of basically dealing with the people who call you to offer you whatever they offer you 10 times a day.
I want to talk about that.
No,
stop.
I
want to talk about that. You need to know the conclusion of that story.
Oh, that's right. You were talking about.
Yeah.
Stop. Yeah. But I tell you what, I had a new way, a new therapy. Okay, when I call Pico, wherever I call, and they say, "Tell me how I can help," I tell them how they can help.
Okay. And
sometimes it takes 3 or 4 minutes, and they listen. And after 3 or 4 minutes that I moan to the machine, now I will transfer you to a customer service representative. Please stay on the line.
You know what I usually do? I go, just tell me I go, and then I do it again until it finally says, let me transfer you because I can't figure it out.
No, how can I help you today? Hey, you reached our customer service. How can I help you today? So my wife don't happy with the you won't believe. I went to the supermarket and she wanted me to buy this beef, and I brought this beef, and they keep listening.
That's great.
It doesn't cut you off.
That's great.
And then they move you to the customer. It's the best thing in the world.
Is it?
It works.
It's a therapist.
Whatever you want. The therapist, what did they do? Yes. It's the same stupid response you're getting.
All right, so I got to tell you a story.
About what?
Remember Thursday night when I was arguing with that guy who kept calling me?
Maybe you want to give the
no,
background
but listen
story.
to this. Hold on. This I want to hear.
Put the background story for the listeners.
I will. I just wanted to remind you where we were.
Okay. Yeah.
So every single day, my phone rings 10 to 15 times a day. Hi, we have a loan for you. Hi, you want to get your student loan? Hi, blah, 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 blah. And it drives me bananas. So it used to be that I would just hang up.
Ignore.
It used to be that I let it go to voicemail, but it goes to voicemail. I have a problem with that because it goes to voicemail. It clogs up my voicemail. And if somebody wants to leave me a voicemail, it says the voicemail box is full.
Yes.
So I don't want it to go to voicemail anymore. So it's gotten to the point where it's gotten so bad that I can't use my phone. I literally want to just take the phone number and throw it in the garbage. It's useless, right?
I know.
So Thursday night, I was so frustrated. 2 things happened. One, I was making an appointment with Capital Grill to have dinner with my wife and my mother and my stepfather, who's coming in tomorrow. For Sunday night, I was making an appointment. I made a reservation, and I accidentally had the reservation for Thursday night instead of Sunday night. I set the time, I didn't set the date. So I see a phone number I don't recognize, and how do I answer the phone?
How are you going to waste my time with?
How are you going to waste my time?
How are you going to waste my time today, right? Yep. You guys have heard me do it a million times.
Yep.
And the woman on the phone was like, she was horrified. Now, I mean, I know the girls. They're like
she's
20-year-old.
No, she's like, what do you mean?
Yeah, they're like 20-year-old girls. You know, they're just, you know, they're so happy that they're working at Capital Grill. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, how are you going to waste my time? And I was really angry. And then she goes, this is Capital Grill. I'm like, oh. And she goes, you were supposed to be here half an hour ago. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. She's like, are you still coming? No, she's like, are you still coming in for dinner tonight?
And then the next one who called, now I was really mad because I was so mad because I answered the phone that way, and that's what this has become for me. It's become where I can't use my phone, and I'm insulting people I want to talk to.
I know.
Right? So the next guy calls, and he calls, and I go off on him.
What did he try to sell?
I a loan. I don't know. He's
loan?
He's like, yeah. You need money for your business? No. Yes, you do. And he starts arguing with me. So I go off on the guy, like completely off on the guy. And he goes, you know you need, and he starts like,
you know you need, what did he say?
You know you need money. I'm like, I don't need money.
You know you need money. Okay.
What do I need money for, right? He keeps going on and on. It's like, finally, it's like, and he wouldn't hang up.
Very aggressive.
Right? He was very aggressive, wouldn't hang up. And I said, I don't trust you. He says, well, I'll tell you what, if you don't trust me, I'll give you my cell phone number. You can call me on my cell phone. Oh, no, I actually said, I don't trust you. Give me your cell phone number so I can know that you're a real person. And the dum-dum gives me his cell phone number. So I call him. He answers, see, I told you I'd give you my cell phone number. He goes, is this really your cell phone number? And he goes, yeah. I go, okay, now, every time I get a phone call from one of you guys, I'm calling you. Right? That was my revenge, right? So what does he do? He hangs up, and he hits the dial button to call me again from another phone number because they change the phone numbers, right?
I know, all the time.
So I call him. He says, oh, I just want to see if you're going to call. And he kept going. He kept doing it. Then he actually sends a picture of my house. Like, he went to Google. He found my address.
Wow.
He sends a picture of my house, and he sends it to me on the cell phone. And, like, has words. And then I have words. And he has words, and I have words, right?
In what? Texting?
In texting. Right?
What kind of words are we talking about?
Like, words.
Yeah, exactly. I get
words. You know what I mean? Like, like,
not nice ones.
Words, right?
Okay.
And now I'm like, who does this guy think he is?
Yeah.
So I go and I look up his mother. I look up his father. It turns out his mother's an alcoholic. I call him up and I say, hey, listen, I just found out your mother's an alcoholic and this is why you act the way you act. And blah, blah, blah. I mean, like, it goes back and forth to the point where I was so angry at this guy. And what does he do? He goes on Google and leaves 7 one-star Google reviews for investor schooling.
How
We've
do you know?
never
Wait.
done what? How do you do it?
No. It's crazy. He found your personal house.
Right.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
scary.
he found that you also own investor school.
Right.
How did he do that?
I'm sure that because it's all data leaks.
Or he just Googled
It's all
Larry.
data leaks.
Or he
whatever.
just Googled Larry
Steinhouse.
Steinhouse.
Could be right. So whatever it is, so he goes and he does 7 bad Google reviews on investor schooling, 7 bad Google reviews on investor brokerage, and I know it's him, right?
And different names, different Google accounts.
Right, different. So the next morning, I call his parents. And I
Friday.
left them both voice messages.
On Friday.
I left them both voice messages. And I said, you need to call me right away before I sue your son. Then I find out where he works. He lied to me. He said he worked for ABC Company when he worked for XYZ Company. So I sent ABC Company a scathing email saying I want an apology and I want this guy fired immediately. Or I will sue you and have you shut down by the FCC. Because I'm supposed to be on the do not call list. And I told the guy, do not call me, and he kept calling me. And he harassed me. Right? So I sent him an email. I get an email back from that company that says he doesn't work here anymore. He hasn't worked here in 2 years. He works for this company. So the guy, not only did he abuse me, he lied about the company he worked for. So then I find out that company, and I send them an email. The guy calls me back up. He goes, and the guy, you could tell the guy had an attitude. He goes, what do you want? I said, did you read the email?
I'm amazed that ABC told you he works for the other company.
Company.
How
company he worked for.
How do they know?
No, but hold on. Who called you? The guy who's been a problem, or the company?
The company, the boss, the owner of the company calls me and says, what do you want?
Okay.
Like, with attitude.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this guy, Jake, called me. It wasn't Jake from State Farm. Okay. This guy called me. He abused me. He invaded my privacy. He didn't do not call this, and then he left 7 bad Google reviews on my company website. I said, that's harassment, that's defamation, and I will sue you because you employ him and you allowed him to do this. And the only condition in which I won't do it is I want an apology from you, and I want him fired immediately.
And remove all the reviews, I guess.
And I said I removed the reviews, however, he goes, well, the guy says he didn't leave the reviews. Yeah, right. They just happen to be 7 one-star Google reviews all at the same exact time, which is the same time we had the conversation. Right. It wasn't him. Right? So he goes, he's swearing it's not him. I said, I'll put him on the phone. I put him on. He gets on the phone. I said, you got 5 seconds to redeem yourself. I want those Google reviews removed. He goes, I didn't do it. I said, you're going to be fired, Dad. I put the other guy back on the phone. I said, I want confirmation that he's fired. If not, I will sue you and I will call the FCC and I will have you shut down. He fired the guy. He sent me an apology letter. And the Google reviews, actually, Google removed I think almost all of them this morning.
Oh, wow.
By who?
So, by Google. Google actually removed them. Google knew they were bad. They were fake.
Okay.
So I got the guy fired. Now, to me, that's nice. And you know what I found that's interesting? Wow. Night, I usually get 10 calls on the way home. I got 0 calls. I'm wondering if every single call was originated from that office.
Oh, wow.
Or a lot of them originated from that office. So if anybody else is getting these kind of calls, you got 3 minutes to call me and tell me a story of yours because we're about to go off the air. I should have talked about this earlier because this is the kind of stuff that drives me nuts. Now, here's what I'm going to do from now on. I'm going to say the next time somebody calls me up, I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to say, oh, yeah, I'm really interested, but I don't trust you because the last time I did this, I sent $500 application fee to somebody, and they took my $500 and they ghosted me. So if you could give me your cell phone, and I could call you on your cell phone, I could trust you. Now when I have their cell phone, I can look them up. I can find out their name, I can find out where they work, and I can make complaints to them right there, even if they lie to me. So that's going to be my new method. So you guys watch my new method. My new method is I'm going to really nicely answer the phone. And I'm going to get all these guys in trouble. And I'm going to have the FCC go after every single one of them because I'm on the do not call list. I don't know if you're on the do not call list. And these guys are not allowed to call me. So I thought you'd find it interesting that eruption turned into me getting the guy fired. And I'm proud of it. I hope this guy goes and works and pumps gas for the rest of his life because of what he did to me. And what he did to other people. I'm sure he abused other people.
It's funny that ABC told you he worked for X.
Yeah.
I'm a bit amazed with that. And I'm also pretty amazed that they basically communicated with you because those companies normally, there's nobody to talk to.
Right. So I looked them up. I found their phone numbers. I spoke. I went to the switchboard instead of going through the other numbers. Right. And I was able to find them. I find out who they are.
Where are they located?
They were in New York. Both of them.
Yeah, I believe you.
Yeah. Very interesting. It was very interesting to track it down too, and watch the competitor because the first guy, when I told him I threatened them, they were very scared, so they called me right away to tell me because they knew if I called the FCC and I called them, the FCC was going to shut them down.
Yeah.
So they knew that they needed to straighten this out right away, and they knew the guy, and they knew and the funny thing, they knew the owner of the other company, and the owner of the other company who was the guy who employed this guy too. So they knew each other. They all know each other. So he's like, "Yeah, here's his phone number. You call him. Just don't tell him where you get the number from."
Oh.
So, have you ever been in a store? Normally, it's a clothes store, and you got a very, very aggressive salesperson or nice lady to tell you that everything is nice on here, and it's like it's so pushy, in a way.
Like if somebody says everything's nice on you,
it's more than that. It's more than that. You have salespersons sometimes that sales, I guess, it's their life, but they make sales. Actually, they represent sell in such a bad way that's why people hate salespersons.
I need a better explanation.
Sometimes.
Here, I have one for
Yeah.
you. So, like, years ago when I was, 15, 16, 17, whatever, I used to live over in Jersey. I used to live right over the bridge. And I used to be like a clean girl. I just started it, whatever. Anyway, I used to work at this, posh store, right? And then all the girls who worked there, they worked on commission. So people would come in, and it was a nicer place.
Just so you know, you got a minute and a half.
Okay, anyway, so they would get paid on commission. So people would go in and try all these fancy clothes on, and they would tell them that they always looked fantastic, even though they didn't really look fantastic, because they would make commission everything was like back 20 years ago.
Listen,
$60.
if I work there, you know what my common phrase would be?
What?
Just because they make it in your size doesn't mean you should wear it.
The problem is you need to remember. I believe that those people, you can say expert or very aggressive salesperson, are being scouted
disingenuous
by big companies.
Yeah, but you know what? If it doesn't matter, whatever. But these guys are like, they're slimy little brats.
it became like that.
And what happened is because he's making calls all day long, he's getting cursed at all day long.
No, I think
he decided to.
You know what I think?
Get out on me, and he picked the wrong person.
I think you found a person who is very, very good in what he's doing.
Yeah, sure.
And that's why he moves from company to company.
Yeah.
Because
maybe
his success numbers.
Or maybe he pisses off enough people that he goes from company to company.
Or he's so good in that. Yeah, I don't know.
But whatever. I mean, the guy, the guy will think about it next time, though. I'm sure he'll. Maybe I should just hang up when somebody yells at me to get off the phone.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. I could have hung up, but I didn't want to hang up. I wanted to see how far this was going to go. As soon as he gave me his cell phone number, I knew the guy was in trouble. All right. Anyway, I appreciate you all for listening. Thank you, everybody. We didn't talk anything about finances. We talked a little bit about real estate, though.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you all. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Dr. Deb, for being here. Thank you, of course, Omri, for being here, and
sweet
Glenn Page for being here as well. He did a great job on the show today, as he always does. And if you want to learn something about money, go to investorschooling.com.
Yes.
That's investorschooling.com. And I promise we're going to teach you all kinds of cool stuff. Look, we're just a bunch of guys hanging out with a woman. We're two guys hanging out with a woman. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, investorschooling.com. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Glenn.